Up next, we have another co-founder of Neighbors United Below Canal, who's been an activist in Chinatown for decades, and throughout this pandemic, fighting for small businesses, for seniors, and to make sure that we can thrive as a community past this pandemic. I'd like to invite Jan Lee. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Howard. And thank you, everybody who came here on this very, very cold day. It's very symbolic that this is a freezing day. This is difficult for me to get through, so bear with me. I'm rarely at a loss for words, but the words that I found hearing that this was going to happen came to me. I shouldn't be here today. We shouldn't be here today. But more accurately, what I heard from the mayor and from the speaker of the city council is, you don't belong here. How often have Chinese Americans heard that phrase? My grandfather heard that phrase when he came here 100 years ago. And a 65-year-old woman heard it just before she was beaten to the ground a few days ago. Sorry. You don't belong here is what NUBC and our residents, young and old, came out to fight this injustice called the borough-based community jail plan for 2.5 years. People screamed at us at town halls and at community board meetings, you don't belong here. You don't belong here is what Mayor de Blasio and Chancellor Carranza said when they were referring to too many Asians in public high schools. You don't belong here is what the Department of Corrections shows us when they turn a pedestrian plaza right over here into their private parking lot, obliterating the pavement with Chinese designs in the pavement. And is there anything more symbolic, more literal than driving your police and Department of Correction vehicles over our pedestrian plaza? You don't belong here is what the Mayor's Office of Criminal Justice told us when we tried to get our other residents and our other people from our communities and those of the indigenous community into the meetings, the private meetings, to talk about the jails. He said, you don't belong here. They closed the door on us. You don't belong here is what they told the Chinese press when they wanted to get into those meetings and to hear what was going to happen about the jails. And they looked them in the face and they said, you don't belong here. One way or another, the mayor of New York has told us, you don't belong here. I don't agree with him. I don't think that way. I think I belong here. I think we belong here. Yeah. This community belongs here. Yes. This commerce belongs here. Yes. We're in a position now where, as Chris said, the appellate court relied on the city's lies to make their decisions. I believe that jails are not community assets. Liz Glazer and Dana Kaplan of the Department of Criminal Justice told us that they are. I believe that we are community assets. I am a community asset. I matter. The building of more jails doesn't uplift those who are most affected by poverty, most affected by COVID-19, most affected by the lack of medical care, lack of housing. The building of more jails helps developers, private developers. It helps profiteers who profit on incarceration. And it helps politicians who want to keep that cycle going. And as Howard said, we can vote. We brought with us today candidates for office who don't believe what the mayor is saying. They believe that we belong here too. Thank you very much. Thank you.